Hi everybody. So in this session we will longest using subsequence. So here given we have an array and in this array we have to find the longest using subsequence. So not a subarray but subsequence. So we can pick uh, the array by skipping elements as well. So this, for example, this can take 10, 101, we take 9, 101, 9, 18, start with 2, then we have 2, 5, 7, 101, right? 2, 5, 7. So this need not have to be contiguous. And if we get more, find more, 3, 7, 101, and 7, 18. And similarly with 7, starting with 7, 101, 7, 18, right? So what would be our approach? One approach would be like we can start. So if we look at this, our all possible find it. So every single element is uh, is largest in subset, meaning that if we have only array 10, then LIS is 1. Similarly, for a single element, the LIS is 1. So let's start. So what we can do is we iterate from second element, since we already know that for previous element value is 1 starting. So for first element value is 1. So I will put for every element, single element, the value is 1, right? Then moving forward, when we will start from second element 9, right? So if we start from here, we can see that 9 is greater than less than 10. So for array 10 comma 9, the LIS would be only 1, right? There is no long LIS greater than 1. Only if we include 2, 10, 9, 2, you can see that it is easy. 2 is smaller than 10, smaller than 2 is greater smaller than 10 and smaller than 9. So here also for the array 10, 9, 2 value will be 1. Value 5. Now when we come to 5, right, you can see that 5 is greater than 2. So here the LIS would be 2, right? How did it come to? When we started from 10 is smaller than 10, and from 9 is smaller than 5, but from 2 greater than 5 is greater than 2. So here the value will be 2. So in this subarray 10, 9, 2, 5, the longest increasing subsequence would be of length 2, that is 2 and 5. Now moving on to 3. Now we see a pattern here, right? So I think we see it on the next element. So on 3, we again follow the same process. It is less than 10, less than 9, but is greater than 2. So till 2, the longest increasing subsequence was 1, right? And 3 is greater than 2. So we add one more, since uh, the earlier value was 1 and now 3 is greater than 2, we will have 2. We'll understand it more clearly on the 7. So again we will start the same process starting from 10. 7 is smaller than 10, 9, 7 is smaller than 9, but 7 is greater than, right? So currently we are looking at element 10, 9, 2, 7, right? So you can see that till 2 the value is 1, right? So we include 7, the array, the LIS would increment by the value of 1 in 2. Right? Till this 10, 9, 2, the LIS was 1. Now we added an extra element which is greater than 2, which is greater than 2. So LIS would increase to 2. Now our next element is 5, right? Root 5. Now currently LIS was 2. Now we have included 5. Now at 5 value was 2. Mean for now for array 10, 9, 2, 5 the LIS was 2. Longest increasing subsequence was 2 and 5. We added another element 7, and since 7 is greater than 5, so LIS will also increase. The existing LIS will increase. In subsequence will increase by 1. So it will become now the our iteration will come to 3, right? So let's add 3 here and this part. Now look at the array till 3, and at 3 the LIS is 2, right? And LIS is 2, and if we add another element 7, so the LIS will become 3, right? Previously LIS was 3. We were equals 2, 5 and 7. Now 3 is added, so it doesn't make any difference because 3 is less than 5, and it's when we include 3 value was 2, so again incremented by 1, so it would be. Now let's bring another element 101. Now for 101 again we will start the process from 10, right? So at 10 value is 1. I haven't written it, so 101 is greater than 10. So for array 10, 101 LIS is 2, right? Now we'll count 9, so 10, 9, 101, right? So again same value 2. We will include another element 2 here. Now the value of the LIS till 2 is what? 1. So adding 101 will again be 2. Now we'll include 5, right? LIS till 5 is what? So adding 101, it would be 3. LIS till 3 is LIS till what? 2. So adding 101, 3. LIS till 7, LIS till 7 is 3. Now if we add another extra element greater than 7, so LIS will also be incremented and it will become 4, right? Now take the case of 18. So 10, 18, it will be 2. It will include 9. LIS or till 9 is what? 1, 2. Then we'll include 2. No difference. LIS of 2 is what? 1. And adding 18 is greater than 2 obviously. So it will be by 1. And we'll include 5. Now we have 3 elements. We can also calculate from here that LIS of 5 is what? 2. And when we add another extra element greater than 5, okay, LIS till 3, again LIS till 3 is what? 2. And if we add another extra element 18, it will be 3. Now let's add 7. LIS till 7 is what? Right? And when we include 18, so 4. Now let's add 101. LIS till 101 is what? 4. We had, and since 18 is less than 101, will not form an LIS. So the existing value was 4, and it was 4. So 4 is our answer, right? Now let's try to code it. So create an array, call it array since we are using the existing results. So length, right? Now fill it by 1, comma 1. So the syntax is right. Now max. What would be max? Max will be 1 because in any case the value will be 1. The LIS will be 1 even in the worst case. So now let's start with the second element for int I is equal to 1, I less than num dot length comma I plus, and now we will start looking for from first element. For int I is equal to 0, I less than I, equal to 0 less than I plus plus, and what we will do, uh, here we will check that if our sums of I is greater than sums of A. It is greater, then what we will update our dp. dp of value I will be updated to dp of A plus 1, and we will take the case of math or max of dp of I comma dp of A, because it be that currently evaluated value greater than the previously uh, previous value. So for example, let's at 101, let's say there is a 0, right? So till 7 the value was 4, but for 0 1. So here we will have 2, so and 4 we will choose 4, greater, and we will update our max value dot max of I comma then yes will run. Okay, so and the error is because we are filling nums with 1 instead fill the array with 1. Now let's try to run it. Is accepted. Now let's submit it. Yeah, it's submitted. So yeah, this was a DP problem. Thanks. Leave in comment any suggestion or anything you want to understand. Thanks.